Welcome back to Bronze League Heroes. And in the bottom right of Catalyst, the Red Zerg, he is the Machine. And opposite him, in the top left, with the Terran pieces, Raizo. And it looks like everybody... Well, I was about to say the Overlords have been sent out. The depot has been built at the wall. We will have to see. But, okay. We're putting the full down first. That's the play. The Machine has decided to be aggressive. Whereas on the other side, Raizo, at least the barracks is in the main. And another SCV. What plans do you have in store? What construction? Where? Oh, he's scouting. And then he's gonna do a little dance. Make it a little love. Get down to that. And then maybe, if he's lucky, he'll get back home. But with this spawning pool finishing, I don't know if that's a likelihood. The drone high fives the SCV on the way across. The music swells to inspiring chords, as you can tell. The gas has been taken, has not been mined from Raizo. We have 190, 200 APM for our Terran player. Not sure what he's doing with it, but he's cooking that SCV a lot. Whereas the Machine being efficient at a casual 50. Alright. Looks like the drone will continue to scout the forward point. It will hold there for untold time. The SCV did escape. No lings were built. Just a queen. And another queen is queued up once this hatchery finishes up. I would say I don't know what plans he has for this drone, but I have a feeling he would say the same thing. A baneling nest on the way. Without Zergling speed, a bold play, especially when immediately scouted by a Reaper. The worker count, 17 to 18. The Reaper continues to shark around. We're gonna go to the Raizo action cam. The Raizo action cam brought to you by Twinkies. Twinkies. Because they taste good. Put them in your mouth. Alright. Those just do not land sometimes. But now with 700 minerals and 250 gas, he can finally build up his infrastructure. The expansion is on its way down, but the drone is possibly in position. The Slowlings have tracked the Reaper down. They find it on the low ground, and they kill it. Wow. The long game for those Lings. The drone not quite in position to block. The base almost perfectly in position to efficiently mine the minerals. Almost. We do have Stim on the way, and these 6 Stim Marines are going to be incredibly capable of doing damage to slow Zerglings. The drone continues to look on. Maybe day 4. They still do not realize I'm not one of them. Alright. The SCVs will look on. He's continuing to build. No orbital, no planetary, no engineering bay. But there is a proxy barracks. This is maybe the latest, the 420 proxy barracks. Maybe the latest proxy barracks I have seen in a while. These Zerglings without speed. You don't want to run too fast. You'll get tired out. But the command center has chased the opposite direction away from the main. Not sure where it's going to go, but... And I'm not sure what the plans are for this proxy, Rex, as the tech and economy are already pretty well established here. Banelings on the way, but only Banelings. He may be able to... Well, stim complete. Will he attack immediately? No Zergling speed on the way yet. I'm not even sure he knows. None of these units are very quick. One might even say they're slow. But the command center comes back. The drone still stands by. Stim is nearly complete. The Baneling bust will not hit in time. The proxy barracks exists. But the SCV comes from across the land. From the other side of the map, the SCV that built the proxy racks comes home. And with his experience out in the field, he can identify that's not an SCV. That's a fucking drone right there. And he's not having any of it. Other things are happening at the ramp. Down goes the tech lab. Down goes that Marine in particular. And nothing else. The Slowlings will close the distance. One Marine will be clawed to death. But the machine will not be able to break through. A proxy reactor. Raizo, what is your intent? Is he going to build Marines? Is he going to build Reapers? Those are the only two options. 6 roaches are on the way for the defense. 57 to 45 supply, but that's all in roaches here. These are stim Marines. 2 medevacs on the way. No tech lab is rebuilt. The spine crawlers at the front are almost up in time. Well, they will be up in time. The backbone of the defense. Still no Zergling speed. Those Lings are not allowed by contract to drink their Red Bull and grow their wings, which means they will probably die pretty horribly unless they're on creep. He's going for the spine. He sees the spines. He says, all right, let's go. Beautiful micro at the back. The Queen off the creep, has leg cramps, makes its way back. Those Marines badly bruised. A lot of their brothers fell in that ambitious attack. And now we have roaches, lings, hydralis, and Aspire. Aspire. And the first speed upgrade researched will not be for the lings. Will not be for the roaches. Will not even be for the hydralis or the overlords. It will be for the banelings. An interesting choice. Beautiful micro back. Raizo just on top of it. The machine could have just won that fight if he had decided to turn around. But it took a little bit of inspiration. The medevacs show up and realize maybe this isn't the party they should have been invited to. Raizo frees up some of that supply to be able to make more army. The machine stumbles across the map. Two Mutalists in the production tab. 1 roach, 10 lings without speed. We have a handful of banelings, roaches, and hydras. How will Raizo defend? Does he have what it takes? Does he have the numbers? It doesn't look like it. The command center will abandon. It will fly off into the sunset and be picked away at by the group spines. Well, actually it doesn't have group spines, but acid spines, I think. Needle spines! Isn't that kind of like... It's not redundant, but the command center burns over the open field. The hydralists, satisfied with their work, will decide to let it burn, as it wants to go die after it sees the ocean one more time. As every command center knows. There's a scan. He sees units coming across the map. He should probably be worried about the units outside his base. Loads up 1 drop. The medevac. The medevac. The medevac will be sent out. The orbital command. Will he drop the mules? 260 HP. The proxy Rex is building Marines. And the medevac has been evaded. 2 Muta hit squad comes into the main. But the turret already preemptively built. He's trying to target down an SCV. One of the Mutas badly bruised. We'll get out. Don't worry, they heal very quickly. The orbital continues to burn. The medevac flies past the proxy racks, the mineral line. There are only 28 drones, but 18 SCVs. He drops the mule! The mule is mining, though! It will repair! The orbital is saved. The drop unloads. Most of the units are on the other side of the map, but they will be dragged back. The select all army hotkey. Seeing a lot of usage today. The mutas try to show up to deal with this. He could have just killed all of that. Instead, we'll go straight to the main. Trying to drop out. Oh, even dropping while moving. Incredible micro. Macro, not as incredible. The drone's being slaughtered. The army slowly drags itself back. 2 more mutas show up. 2 more mutas. 1 more mutas does not escape. And the muta finishes off the medevac. That 1 kill really should be 9. The 4 Marines have been built. The orbital command as well. The worker count is 18 to 18. We're dead even 10.5 minutes in. Another scan. The army still not hanging out there. Is it time for the 4 Marine strike squadron? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe never. There's still plenty of units on the high ground going up this ramp. Could be a disaster for the Zerg. Unfortunately, going down the ramp could be the same thing for the Terran. There is an Overlord hanging out here. He doesn't have vision yet. He finds the orbital, though. Are we going into a base trade? In a very odd way? The orbital will run, but the Hydras are on the chase. It's like watching the 80-plus bracket at the Olympics. They're going for it. The entire army wants to watch. They want to participate. If only those Zerglings had their wings, they could fly up. But at the same time, the Terran army is going across the map. The orbital once again will be left with around 200 HP. I can zoom out, but I can barely even click it. Will it burn? Will it matter? It looks like the machine is caught on the wrong side of history now as the Marines stim into the 3rd. Will the army redirect back towards it? He will try to come defend. That base is obliterated. He loads up. He loads up all his units. Well, some of his units, leaving the rest stranded, where once he would have crushed the fight with the amount of Terran. He's decided to make it a fair fight and split up his units into manageable bite-sized chunks. And it looks like that bite is about to be taken as the Lings are streaming back. The Marines are trying to run by desperately. The orbital continues to burn in the corner. It's gone! The main base! Just the Hellbats left. The drone count is at 13. The machine is re-expanding. The Spire will be taken down. It looks like the Roach one was already done. The Hellbats will do their best, but the medevacs can eventually be taken out. 2 medevacs will boost out of there. And when the smoke clears, we're back at 19 workers to 19 workers. The machine has 540 minerals left in his main. Another scan. Yes, the army is there. That's crazy that he knew that. The Marine Strike Squad, he's got it even hotkeyed here. The machine, on the other hand, doesn't have any hotkeys for his army. Well, he has the one. You know which one I'm talking about. But the Marine Strike Squad, they could change everything. There's nothing at home. Both players have spent pretty much all of their money. Another scan. There is no army there. Is it time? It's time to strike. The boys in blue. They have to get past the spine crawlers. They will take losses. Or they will fight the spines. Which unfortunately means they will potentially die to the spines. But he's trying to go up the ramp. The Widow Mine connects. The second one as well. The Marines are not stimmed yet. They are now. Remember, the Hydras don't have the range. He's trying to get past this wall, but the firing squad is unloading. The medevac's gunning down all the Roaches and Hydras. The Banelings are gone. The Zerglings are gone, but the Terran is not. He went up the ramp, and that led to his potential demise. As the medevacs and the Marines will hold. The Marines run by. The Queen holds it down. The 8 Marine hit squad wasn't quite enough. 19 to 20 workers. The machine's still at 52, but it's mostly in slow, unupgraded Zerglings. The medevacs will saunter in and pull back just in time. Oh, the Hellbat holding, but that might just be too many slowlings. The beautiful stutter step. He stutters. He stutters. The lings can't chase him. The medevacs badly hit. A strong gust of wind will knock these medevacs out of the sky. But he's able to escape once again. And the machine doesn't quite have the unit count. He cancels the base. He gets the money back. He has money to spend. He's now up to 23 drones. And the machine is mining from his second base. For what is essentially the first time this game. Another scan. Trying to keep tabs on that army, and he does see it. A roach warren is being rebuilt. The machine has money in the bank. There's plenty of gas for Raizo, but what can he do with it? 7 more Hydras. Unfortunately, does not have those muscular augments. 1 mainling. But the Marines, will they decide to fight? A medevac! He steps a little bit too close to the Hydras, and a medevac goes down. The Marines continue to stutter back. The Lings, wait, he finished Ling Speed! Ling Speed is done! The tides have turned! And he drives back the army. The Marines no longer have a monopoly on being able to micro. And this could be the game-changing choice. Getting Ling Speed better late than never. As we're 17 minutes in. Raizo finds himself down in supply again. He finds the proxy Rex. The Marines will be allowed to gun down many of the Zerglings, but he knows the army is out of position, but he's stepping deep onto the creep. This could be a disaster for Raizo. The Baneling connects. It hits everything. Where is this army to go? The medevacs are gone. The Hellbats barely stand. The stim doesn't help enough. He takes out a lot of the Hydras and the Banelings, but not all of them. Some more medevacs will offer themselves up as tribute. With 5 Marines stimmed across the map. Another scan. 5 Marines against 4 Hydras. Who would win? The Lings decide to make it an unfair fight. 1 Hydra gets targeted down. The medevacs lost their will to live. And will be taken out. 5 more Marines. These Marine hit squads. Unfortunately, he hasn't combined these divisions into a stronger platoon. If he just had 45 Marines and a couple medevacs, who knows what damage he could do. But knowing Raizo, he would probably take those couple medevacs, take 16 Marines, leave the rest to die to Banelings, and then micro a drop while having 12,000 minerals. The Zerglings are actually able to counterattack the backstab. Takes out the SCV. The Lings are actually being drawn around. There are no medevacs. If he pulls the trigger on the stim, that's permanent damage there. The 5 Hydras will slither and slurp their... I guess they don't slurp. All the Marines will stim. That's 10 HP gone across the board. Those 5 Hydras will try to find their way back home to defend, but they have quite a race to run against the stim Marines. Another scan. But there are roaches and Hydras. He can't fight this. He does have 2 1 upgrades. He stims to retreat. Some of these Hydras might be cut off. They walk past the danger zone. Raizo now, he has medevacs, he has Hellbats, he has a hammer he can bring down. The upgrades could make the difference. This is not a great angle here. The stim, is this the moment? Raizo seizes it. And he stims through. He has all the pieces of the puzzle, and he finally puts them together. Got the spine crawler. The spine crawler. He stims again. Is there a transfuse? Can he transfuse? No transfuse. There's still a queen, but the medevacs still have energy. And it looks like the machine has broken down. The medevac's dying to the spore. He's trying to target it down, but not before the spore will finish off the medevac. There are only 6 links. 4 queens to save the homeland. He still has a higher drone count. No transfuses. And they will be gunned down as well. The machine is no longer with us. What a roller coaster.